Nigel, good morning. Good to see you again. Let's just start off with some final reflections on Friday night's 2-1 win at home to Exeter City.
Yeah, big win and a very, very good game between, I thought, two good teams. Having not played Forest Green yet, Exeter, with the performance of the night were probably the best we've played. I thought the game generally was of standard above League Two. I thought both teams on that showing could survive in League One. But it was a very honest, competitive game. And I've just caught the referee as he was leaving yesterday. I didn't realise at the time, but he said we actually enjoyed it as well. No yellow cards, which is highly unusual in modern day football. He said I wasn't even close to giving one, which says an awful lot, I think, about the two teams on show.
Yeah, I think it certainly does. And another thing which says a lot about your team as well is the fact that it was the highest home attendance in the home stands of 6,310 since the Stags were promoted from the conference in 2013.
Oh, that's brilliant. With that's nearly 10 years and then nearly 73 for 10 straight home wins as well. It's all good stuff. We've just got to keep it going.
Yeah, and you keep it going by going to a Tranmere side on Friday night, who are also in and around there, although struggling for form a little bit at the moment with 4 defeats and a draw in their last 5. What are you going to be expecting from them? Because despite that stat, they're still a very, very good side.
Very good team, and everybody has these sorts of dips. It's a complete reversal, I think, of when we played them at home. I think they were going very well and we were struggling, and that win set us off on a good run. And I think I remember at the time saying, we thought that it was a perfect game for us, nothing really expected. And Tranmere will feel the same. It's a great opportunity for them to get back on track.
No doubt you'll have them watched on Saturday as well, where I think at one point they managed to get it back to 2-2 against Northampton. What sort of football are you going to be expecting from Tranmere on Friday?
Well, they mix it up and they change formation on Saturday, so we're not quite sure what they'll be doing this Friday night. We've obviously got 1 or 2 different formations we can play as well. But what they've got is they've got good forwards. I think Kane Hemmings, obviously, who Stags fans will know well, is as dangerous as there is in the league.
We just spoke to Elliot Hewitt a couple of minutes ago, and he spoke about the versatility of the whole squad, but the back four in particular. How great is it to have players who can slot in as and when you need them across that defensive line and still remain mostly solid?
It's absolutely vital to have that. We've talked about in the last week or two the value of somebody like Lucas Akins, and Elliot's in a similar sort of mould. Can't play up front, but he can play anywhere across the back four, and also as a midfielder as well. So when we're sort of keeping it tight on the numbers, which is how we like it, quality rather than quantity, then you need those players.
Yeah, he, amongst many others, have improved significantly, particularly on this run as well that you've been on. How important as well is it the fact that players are stepping up, keeping their shirts as well, and improving game by game?
It's going to be, I keep saying to the players, it's not about the 11 or the 12 or whatever. It's about the 18 or whatever, 19 that we've got now, and whether you need it for half a game or whatever, and there will be in the next, certainly in the next month, players will be needed. We've got laps on the bench at the moment. George Maris missed out, Ollie Clough missed out. We've got Kieran Wallace. All these sorts of players, Perchie, Danny Johnson, we've got Ollie Hawkins coming back. They'll all be needed in the last 14 games. So it's very important that they be ready for anything that comes their way.
Yeah, and some of those players played on yesterday in the under-23 game. James Perch getting a full 90 minutes. Is that his first 90 minutes since his return?
Yes, it is, yeah. So very encouraging. It was quite comfortable for him, which was good. Good Leeds side. And they've got, some brilliant youngsters, so it was a good test for us. But it was nice to get the 4 or 5 first teamers that needed sort of topping up. Unfortunately, we could only you can only play 3 overage and a goalkeeper, 3 outfield and a goalkeeper, which was otherwise 1 or 2 more might have had a game.
Yeah. Friday over at Tranmere, 700 fans have sold out their ticket allocation, been allocated 2 more. How important is it again to have that continual following that have been with you every step of the way this season, and they'll continue to do so?
Yeah, 14 to go. We're going to need them in every game. It's lovely they're going to travel across to Tranmere on the Friday night, but just hope we keep putting on the performances, for them. When we got the message on sort of Friday that's probably going to be the biggest crowd of the season, it adds a little bit more responsibility to say, well, we want to put on a performance for them, and that's no different on Friday at Tranmere.
Yeah, the players relish that kind of atmosphere?
Yeah, I think so. I think we're a little bit nervy in the first 10 or 15 minutes on Friday night against Exeter. But I thought as well as that, I thought we tried to play our normal game and get at teams early on, but I thought they stopped us doing that. First of all, they stood up to it, and then when they did get the ball, they didn't give it straight back to us. They kept it for a little bit. And I think that's why they're such an impressive side.